I got your plan open in my copy of Pro 2017, and I turned the roofs off. I didn't delete them or anything. It looks like I left the caps on. Let me turn those off. Roofs, trim, yeah. Oh, I see something else. There it is, ridge caps. Okay, I just wanted to show you that as wonderful as this program and this software is, it's not perfect and never will be. I'm going to hit the next button here. I clicked on the outside here, and then I'm going to hit the next button. Now, when you zoom in, you can see that these little jig jags, which are covered by the roof, and otherwise it doesn't matter that the software did this. Now, you'd have to be a software engineer or a programmer to explain why it did this, and if a guy wanted to, and I've been using this software for 20 plus years, and I'm not going to, but I could manipulate each of these little spots and maybe straighten out and get rid of these jags. Or, as you can see, that one little move made it worse. And so if they don't poke through the roof, I generally don't mess with these because they're more trouble than they're worth. Okay. I just wanted to do it. And since I've been manipulating a little bit, let me hit the next button. Now I'm going to go over here to the wall dialog box, structure, and because I altered it, see this became unchecked, I can send it back to where it was by just checking that and checking OK. Like, and that'll return it to its prior condition, which was not as bad as once I started messing with it. And I just wanted to point out that you can mess with these sorts of things, but generally speaking, it's not very much fun to do. I noticed in your posted images on this one, well, I can't zoom in on it, but this gray spot, if I had your plan, I could fix that. And these scallops, since they're covered up by roof planes, they don't matter. They're unimportant. Who cares? That's my advice to you. Just forget about it. If one of them's sticking through the roof, well, maybe I might try to manipulate it. I might just raise the roof 6 inches and cover up the roof scallop. But that they are scalloped is not something that you can address as an end user unless you want to go and waste a lot of time trying to oh, yeah, this shows this thing here. This wall polyline is coming way up from the first floor to the second floor. Now that could be clicked on and brought back home on both sides, and then that would probably make that tower a lot nicer looking. And when I've done towers, I've had this problem, and like Eric said, you know, it's just the software does that. So I can deal with it to a degree, and then there's other measures I can take to repair apparent anomalies in towers. But, you know, demanding that the software be perfect at all times is unrealistic. It's never going to happen. There's usually something you can do about it. You don't have to just take it laying down, but trying to fix it is not necessarily the number one solution. You can repair the way something looks and so forth. Now this thing that you sent here with the roofs off isn't very useful, but except that it shows these, and again, to reiterate, if they're covered up by the roof, I don't give a flip. And you're welcome to turn it into tech support and see what they say, but I don't think you're gonna get a very useful answer because sometimes the program does this sort of thing, and sometimes it doesn't. And if they can't just reproduce it like flipping the light switch, they're not going to be able to fix it. And that's just the way that is. See, this looks perfectly fine, except for this little strip here. And that's probably, let's see, when I clicked on it, something down here selected. Let's hit next. I don't see any wall polyline handles there. Let's try that again. Now, that has some handles, but what kind of wall is this? Okay, you can see there's the wall, and and this part is poking up from the floor below, and that's what's making it look ugly. And I don't think there's going to be very much I can do about that, at least not from this angle. I think I'm going to change the camera angle and try to select it again. Okay, that looks like it's selecting a room down there. No, I'm not getting a room dialog box. There may not even be a room dialog box down there, but I thought I'd check it out. Now I'm just going to take this one corner here and just pull it down and see if that doesn't affect that. Okay, it did. See, I always look at this sort of thing and then manipulate them a little bit and see if I can make an improvement. But I never assume that I can fix it no matter what. Now we got some scallops here. Let's try this. We'll click on the scallop, hit the next button. Okay. I'm just going to try opening that and make it invisible and see what happens. Now it may make this whole, yeah, okay. That wasn't a very good idea, so I'm going to make that visible again. I'm going to go to the structure tab and see if this has been, no it hasn't. These are checked by default. But oh, look there. There's a big gap in the wall. That might be the genesis of this whole thing. I'm going to close this and take a look at it. Yeah, here's the wall in question. Oh, and you got a big gap over here. Yeah, it's not recommended by Chief Architect Incorporated that you make a round wall this way. Okay, that I'm gonna. If it did not, okay, it is invisible. Okay. I think what I'd try to do is make. What I've had greater success with is making these about half and half. Wow, that was an interesting result. Let me turn the reference display on. I'm just messing with this. Okay, that one's in alignment, so I'm going to extend that one. And this one doesn't line up, so I'm going to delete that one. This one seems to be following the arc angle a little bit better. Oh yeah, a lot better. Now, whether it looks better in camera views, who knows? I don't know. Now, this guy's sticking up here. Just going to click on it. And see, this whole thing is out of sight anyway, except for this one piece. I'm just going to, well, if you delete it, the software will probably just bring it back later. Well, it didn't in this case. Deleting doesn't always work. Oh, there's an anomaly right there. Let's click on that anomaly, or artifact if you will. can't tell what's selected. Oh, it's that, see, it's that tower wall thing that I just drew. Let's see if I can just, no, I don't see a handle to just pull it downward. Try it again. When I hit the next button, I lose control of it. Those don't appear to be the proper, nothing there allows me to pull it downward. But you could, if you want to get a camera view like this and without the anomaly, you could use this tool here, delete surface. And we'll left click on that and get rid of those temporarily. Now sometimes, well, in this case it didn't cause any terrible damage. Now you could then create your image and then move on. Now those wall artifacts are going to come back. I see an artifact right there. Again, this is just a temporary fix, but it is a fix. It temporarily removes it from the camera view. So you can temporarily clean up stuff like that, okay? Anyway, I know this hadn't been very useful to you, but maybe it'll be useful to your understanding of what you're confronting. Okay, thanks for watching.